barbershops will reopen. NAMI Fresno's mission to give hope and improve the quality of life for all people affected by mental illness. And the key word here is hope. Hope for our time, hope for our loved ones, and hope for our families. We have the lived experience of mental illness. We have the background of mental health challenges. As I considered how we at NAMI Fresno give hope, I had to first consider how I desperately looked for hope in the beginning of this journey through the family support groups, the many resources available at the family meetings, and then found hope through the resources and through the people at NAMI. So before I was capable of giving hope or sharing hope, I had to look for hope and find hope. I want to share a few tools and resources that have been especially helpful for me. First was seeing people in recovery, hearing their stories and struggles, and then reading their stories. At each support meeting or educational session or community event, there was always a resource table where we were encouraged to take free materials and to ask questions. Second is our library located in the office, where you can search and browse for needed books and articles to keep you informed. Additionally, I want to share with you the NAMI Fresno Board's newly created vision statement. Through education, support, and advocacy, NAMI Fresno envisions a world where all people can improve their overall wellness when faced with mental health challenges and live healthy, fulfilling lives, supported by a community that cares. So, put on hope like you put on clothing and join with us by looking for hope, by finding hope, and then partnering with us in raising funds, reducing stigma, and raising awareness. To make a donation, go to NamiWalks.org Fresno. If you are interested in supporting NAMI Fresno in other ways, call 224-2469, especially if you are interested in volunteering, attending a group, attending a class, visiting the office, which should be open soon, so you can see the library or pick up brochures and information flyers. Hope is for you.
So grateful for Janine's message. I'd like to take a moment now to give some shout outs to some of our walk stars. Jack Moore has raised $2,135. Mike and Jane Feist have raised $740. Gail Hart has raised $700, and John Thomasette has raised $600. I know each of these walk stars, and I'm so grateful for their support for our virtual walk and for NAMI Fresno. Not only do they believe in NAMI Fresno's mission to give hope and improve the quality of life for all people affected by mental illness, but they have some competitive spirit driving them as well. The fundraising window will continue to be open for another 30 days after today. So let's see who ends up being our top fundraiser. Gail Hart, will you take back your title? We shall see. Please visit NamiWalks.org/Fresno to find out more information about other teams and walkers. As we continue to provide support for our community, we know there is a need to address diversity. Just as the people we serve have such different places that make them the unique people that they are, we need to ensure that resources are available that fit their needs. Let's take a few moments to watch another video from Monica Viata, Director of Diversity and Inclusion at NAMI National.
Hello, I am Monica Villalta, Director of Inclusion and Diversity Officer at NAMI. As you know, every year NAMI brings hundreds of volunteers, families, community members, staff, so we can work together to increase awareness about mental health. Well, this year we could not be out there walking together, but we're doing our own contribution, our own way. Thank you for participating in NAMI Walk Your Way so that we can increase the awareness and gather the resources to continue delivering on our powerful mission. We need resources and increased capacity to reach the most vulnerable. Yes, due to COVID-19, we know that the most vulnerable, those with existing mental health conditions, underlying health issues, African Americans, Latinos, and Asians have been disproportionately impacted, along with those who are less privileged, who cannot stay at home safely working from their computer, but have to go out there every day to both serve their communities and protect their families, to walk together. Thank you.
All right, now join me in welcoming Fresno County Board of Supervisor Nathan Magsick. Nathan, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us here today for our live stream, for coming back and joining us for our walk event for the year. Looks a little different than being out at Fresno State's campus, though.
A little bit, but it's always good to see you.
Yes, thank you again. I've been watching many of your updates that you share via Facebook and the information that's being shared about the changes with COVID-19 that affect our county overall. And I've been so grateful for getting those because it really helps with accurate information and really knowing what to expect with all the changes with shelter in place. They do have an impact on our mental health, and statistically we share 1 in 5 people are affected with a mental health challenge in any given year. I think this year that number might be a little bit different. Many people experiencing challenges for various reasons who may not have had them in the past. Can you share what the county has done, just continued a dialogue about what we've done to prepare for things such as the pandemic we're experiencing now?
Absolutely. So about 3 years ago, the Board of Supervisors saw fit to make sure that we really increased our reserves. So if we ever ran into a time of budget difficulty, we would have a bigger cushion in place. But in addition to that, some things that the Board of Supervisors has done about 20 months ago is we wanted to start focusing more on vulnerable populations here in Fresno County. There was a big effort, fully supported by the Board of Supervisors, to begin to reach out and provide more services to the homeless population. So over the course of the last 20 months, the Board of Supervisors has developed relationships with all 15 cities in Fresno County, or stronger relationships. We also have reached out to the County of Madera, and we have been working together. So when COVID-19 hit us, we had already established these bridges, so to speak, so we could quickly transition to a time where we were able to create in Fresno County over 450 new beds to help some of the most vulnerable. In addition to that, I look at our Department of Behavioral Health, and we've been blessed with incredible staff, and Dewan Utek, who leads that particular department. She is an incredible advocate for individuals who are experiencing mental health challenges and has done just a great job. So right now, as we are transitioning into a period of budget uncertainty, again, we do have reserves that we can lean on a little bit. We receive some federal funds as well, but the Board of Supervisors fully recognizes the importance of mental health and making sure that we keep what we do as a county strong in regards to mental health.
Yes, very much, and I agree with your thoughts on Dewan. We've been so grateful to have her in our county and her leadership. We need to open from an economic perspective, and I support that because challenges with our ability to provide for our families, our own businesses. Can you share a little bit of your thoughts on how we identify the ability to care for ourselves, our family, our obligations, our successes, and how these changes all impact our mental health? Some of our self-care things we've not had access to: gyms, salons, just different types of activities, spending time with our friends socially. How does reopening our county have an opportunity to help those who may be struggling right now start to regain some of their mental health in a better place?
So really, I look at our identity. Everybody has an identity, and we are very much social creatures, and it's important for us to establish and maintain relationships not only with our families, our immediate families, but also beyond that with our friends and coworkers. And what COVID-19 has done is it's kind of created a barrier. Unfortunately, with that barrier, right off the bat, workers were deemed essential and non-essential. So some people could go back to work, others could not. Those folks who were deemed non-essential were told to shelter in place at home. Don't go anywhere unless you need to go to the grocery store to get food. Non-essential trips were deemed just not appropriate. And we were locked down for a couple months like that. And so people's mental health has degraded. You mentioned gyms. A lot of people are able to get their emotional stress out by going to the gym and running or lifting. And it's important for us to get back to normal as much as possible. Now, we recognize that COVID-19 is a real virus, and we've seen where it's been most devastating to people who have pre-existing conditions and, of course, the elderly. But at the same time, too, COVID-19 has required us to completely lock down our entire county. And so the board, as well as our health director, he's been guiding us. We recognize the need to begin to open up sectors again, not only for economic reasons, but as you say, also for mental health reasons too.
It really does help us have maintain that hope that we keep talking about having, knowing that our county really does make sure that mental health for the community is a priority. So thank you very much. The recommendations that are there, and it does impact one, different way of thinking, which is just
it creates challenges, but we will get through this.
We will.
We will be able to shake hands again soon. So
yes. Move on to, we're going to give some team captain shout outs. So currently we have 49 teams. We had one join us just this morning, so thank you for doing that. We've raised just over $30,000, which is 40% of our goal. We do have a goal of $75,000, and we're hoping to continue raising funds over the next 30 days so we can get to that goal as close as possible. Our top teams, Team 4 More, raised $1,835. Team captain is Ted Moradian. Team FaithNet started their walk quite early this morning. Elaine Alvarez is our team captain, and she's raised $1,670 with her team. And yay, we might get an internal shout out. And our very competitive team Corby has raised $1,285. And these numbers were before we started, so they may have changed by now. So let's watch a couple of brief messages from some team captains that wanted to tell why they support NamiWalks Your Way and Nami Fresno.
Hello, this is Ted Moradian from Team Snickers. NamiWalks supports Nami Fresno, and Nami supports the 1 in 5 who experience mental illness and the 5 in 5 who are affected by it. You're not alone. From every corner of the country, for every age and every background, we walk on the streets or in our hearts in a time of challenge and
Hi everyone, my name is Holly and I am the team captain for Bella's Battle. I hope everyone is having a very exciting walk day. I know we are, and we are so excited to be celebrating this in a new way for our time. I just wanted to hop on and explain why NAMI is so important to me and why I created my team. I created the nature of her death or her mental health, and now that I'm older and that I struggle with my own anxiety and depressive disorders, I understand now more than ever she felt like she didn't have a voice that I want to create for her. She felt like no one understood what she was talking about, and NAMI gives us that voice. It's so much more important now more than ever to take care of everyone's mental health and take care of our own mental health during this pandemic. So I hope that you are having a great walk day, and you can donate to this walk at NamiWalks.org/Fresno. Have a great walk day.
Hi, this is Elizabeth. Yes, it's different, but I mean, there are a lot of great ways that we can really join in, whether it be the virtual bake-off or it be walking from where you can, even if it's a treadmill. I mean, definitely join in, and just know that really, I mean, our line is always here if you guys ever need that support. That's 1-800-273-8255.
Right, so we're asking people to make a pledge for suicide prevention awareness, and our theme is finding purpose and taking care of ourselves and others. What would you like to pledge for suicide awareness prevention?
I pledge to make space for mindfulness and purposeful intent.
I know I've gone through some tragedies in the past, and maybe recommend maybe reach out and see how they're doing. Just just give an idea, because it is important that we do reach out to some of our friends and family as well.
We will pledge to live a healthy lifestyle and encourage all of our friends to also live a healthy lifestyle.
Sounds great. And how about you?
I plan to continue to check on my friends and make sure they're okay.
To check up on my loved ones to make sure that they're doing okay every day.
Sounds great. How about you?
I think I'll do the same thing, checking on family and loved ones.
For suicide prevention awareness, I pledge to check in on family members and friends more often on their wellness.
That last video you watched is something important to show our community about our partners collaborating with each other. The work that we do brings us together with so many other resources in the community that are each providing valuable information. And that is from our work that we did during Suicide Prevention Awareness Month last year. And you could see from some of the comments and dialogue from the grateful that our partners are able to include us in the messaging as well. And that leads me into thanking some of our local sponsors. We would like to make sure that everyone knows the partners in the community that help us make these things happen in the work that NAMI Fresno has. I'd like to start off thanking ProMesa Behavioral Health. They've been a longtime supporter for us. I'd like to thank Quail Lake Community Church. It's wonderful when we have a faith partner in the community supporting us. I'd like to thank Valley Children's Hospital. We know that the mental health of our children is extremely important. Early intervention is important, and we're grateful to have Valley Children supporting us. Our NAMI Fresno board members collectively came together, and they are in full support of us, not only from the time and dedication that they put into our work, but also from a financial perspective, and we thank them for that. We do have 2 new sponsors to share, 3 actually. Camarena Health is joining our sponsors for our work with Fresno and Madera communities, and we're grateful for them. Calviva Health is another new sponsor, and we're grateful to have them on board this year. The Fresno State College of Health and Human Services Department jumped in and supported our virtual walk as well. And I must give special recognition to a very long time supporter of ours, our sponsor, American Ambulance. We know that when an individual has a mental health crisis, we want everyone to believe and understand the importance of how we respond to that, not only from a communications perspective, but also in the appropriate way that we get them from the place they may be having their crisis to the resource they need help. So I'd like to share a brief message from American Ambulance with all of you now.
Hi, Ken Katz here at American Ambulance. And I just want to say a few words about NAMI and our relationship with NAMI. They have been awesome partners in the folks that come and speak at the crisis intervention training have been awesome. And I just want you to know American Ambulance support.
Hi, my name is Derek Ratzel. I am a paramedic at American Ambulance. I am also a member of the behavioral health team and also a case manager here at American Ambulance. Our collaboration in the field with NAMI has been exceptional. We do quite a few referrals to NAMI when we have either clients, patients, and or family members that are in need of the services from that NAMI provides. I also, quite frankly, use them often with clients through my case management work, and also do referrals to NAMI. And this collaboration has been a significant benefit to a lot of people here in Fresno.
Just want to say once again, American Ambulance supports NAMI Fresno.
And mental health for all.
Thank you.
2 of my favorite people from American Ambulance. Without their support, I just don't know where we'd be today. So thank you to Ken Katz and Derek Ratzel. More video messages that I'd like to share with you. And these messages are from some of our partners in the community that are extremely significant to our work. Also, team captains are going to share a message, and then we're going to hear a special message from the Fresno Fire Department about first responder mental health. So sit back and take a few minutes to watch their information and their message they're sharing.
Team captain for DBH Wellness Squad, and I am walking to raise mental health community.
Hi there, my name is Brandy and I'm the coordinator for Fresno Survivors of Suicide Loss, and we love NAMI. We're so excited to help support them on their virtual walk this year. So many folks, and so we are proud to stand beside them and say thank you for the work that you do. Remember that you are not alone. Reach out anytime if you need help, and thanks a lot, NAMI, for what you do.
Hey everyone, my name is Lacey Turner. I'm a behavioral health clinician with Fresno County Superintendent of Schools. I'm here to lend my support and help with the virtual NAMI walk that's going on this weekend. The theme of the walk is Mental Health is for All, and a National Day of Hope. If we've ever needed hope more, it's right now. In these uncertain times and uncertain future. So I wanted you to know personally that your story matters, you matter, and there are people out there like myself, all of my colleagues are putting this on and helping us stay connected even in this time of uncertainty. See you out there.
Hi, I'm DeWine Utek, Director of the Fresno County Department of Behavioral Health. This is the time of year that we typically have the NAMI Walk. NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, is a really important organization in our community and across the nation that supports family members and individuals who are dealing with mental illness. We want to help support NAMI because they're important to the mission of our department. The services that they provide through supportive groups and resources is really invaluable to our department and our community. So this month, please support the NAMI Walk.
My name's Thomas Cope. I'm a battalion chief with City of Fresno Fire. I've been on the job for about 24 years, and half of that time I've spent as part of our peer support team. I've learned the value and the importance of the work that we do because there are such significant challenges to firefighter behavioral health. In the 20 plus years that I've been doing this, I've come to realize that the job tends to take a toll on us physically. Certainly broken bones, physical injuries, cancer risk, we're all aware of that. But what has surprised me is the extent to which the job takes a toll on our behavioral health. The job can expose us, it does expose us to lots and lots of trauma. Not only the big acute traumas that you can imagine, a plane crash or a high-rise fire where many people are threatened, many people are hurt. Of course, that's stressful. But what surprises me is the toll that chronic exposure to trauma takes on us. 10 to 20,000 emergency responses in the course of a career, and we are going to see people during their worst day in their life. And it's not just the blood and guts, but it's the emotional trauma. That trauma takes a toll on us. It's really surprising and somewhat sobering to realize the behavioral health issues that firefighters face. We have, some studies say 15 to 20% of us suffer from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. All of us suffer from post-traumatic stress. It's really sort of a continuum. Depression, anxiety, substance abuse, sleep disturbance, divorce. All of these things are symptomatic of the traumas that we're exposed to. When I started 20 plus years ago, there was not much talk or consideration given to behavioral health for firefighters. In fact, there was sort of a stigma. Nobody talked about it. So I joined the Critical Incident Stress Management team 15 years ago, and at that time, we responded to do small group diffusings and debriefings on identified critical incidents, like the drowning of a child, for example, or a multi-CAS incident. What we've come to realize, though, is that really a more valuable service is peer support. So our peer support team now, we changed the name, the peer support team offers informal one-on-one support and crisis intervention, and referrals to after an incident to do a small group diffusing, although there's certainly value in that. Part of the peer support team's mission is to educate our members when they come on the job about the behavioral health issues, stress management techniques, the toll that trauma can take on us after a couple decades. In the course of my career, 20 plus years, I've really seen the stigma about firefighter behavioral health greatly reduced. It's become much more out in the open and an area of focus, not only for firefighters, but also city administration. There are lots of resources now that are available to us when we are challenged with behavioral health issues. This includes the city's Employee Assistance Program. That's a free service where we can get in touch and work with a mental health clinician for free. That's huge. Also, it's become such an identified threat to our safety that the International Association of Firefighters has opened a Center of Excellence back on the East Coast. It's a 1 week or longer residential program exclusively for firefighters to deal with PTSD and the concurrent substance abuse problems, especially alcohol abuse. That's a significant issue challenging the fire service. Firefighters are a fairly closed group. We are a culture, the culture of the fire service, the culture of the Fresno City Fire Department is really changing. There's less stigma about reaching out for help when it's needed. And there's also a greater understanding of the role that peer support can play in keeping us healthy and in balance. We all have fairly high resistance to stress. Our threshold is fairly high. We're highly functional, but even firefighters are not invincible. We can, our coping mechanisms can be overwhelmed by what we experience on the job. So we need to recognize that in ourselves, be self-aware, but we also need to be able to reach out to our coworkers, our time. In addition to the EAP, residential programs, peer support teams, there's support from for those who are spiritual. Often a religious community can offer peer support and help keep us in balance. Please pick up the phone, please text. And if you see changes in your buddy, you're concerned about your buddy, please talk to him or her. It really is a matter of life or death. Firefighter suicide kills more firefighters than line of duty death. That's a troubling statistic. So, like I said, if you need help, please get help. You would go see a doctor for a broken bone. Please seek out the resources that are available for behavioral health challenges before it takes a toll, before it grows into post-traumatic stress disorder, before your family system is interrupted, you experience divorce or estrangement from your children. The job is terrific, but it takes a toll. We have to stay in balance. It's really insidious. It's like cancer. We need to prevent cancer from day one, and we don't enjoy that benefit until well into retirement. We don't have cancer. That's true of behavioral health as well. We need to be aware of behavioral health. We need to seek help when we need it so that we can live a long and fruitful life in retirement, not suffering from PTSD, not suffering from broken family systems, not considering suicide.
Such great and incredible messages that were shared with us from our partners in the community, and thanking Battalion Chief Pope there for his message about the importance of mental health support for our first responders. And that's more than just our fire department, our law enforcement officers, our EMS responders, our hospital workers, and we cannot forget about our mental health providers. Their mental health is important as well, and we hope that these messages have inspired people to take the steps, one, to raise awareness for the importance of it, reduce stigma, and give hope to others. Friends, that wraps up our live stream for today. I want to thank you so much for joining us and enduring our little technical hiccup we had in the beginning. I want to say thank you again to all of our sponsors, whether they be national or local. Thank you to all of our walkers and individual donors for all that you're out there doing that you can to make a difference, to reduce stigma and give hope to our community. Just a few more things. Please tune in at 12:30 for a special California Health Collaborative and Heather Jans, licensed marriage and family therapist, who's also in private practice. They will be sharing some information with you about accessing mental health providers and what does that look like. And I know that might be a new conversation for folks. Also watch for any information that our teams are out there sharing about their fun activities that are making it NamiWalks your way. We do have some partners that may be streaming some fun stuff right after our live share. I know we have some musical entertainment from Bill's leadership team, and you'll hear some updates from me via our social media platforms. So I hope you'll continue to tune in the rest of the day, raising awareness for mental health for all, creating a National Day of Hope. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.